Hi, Pihan.
Hi.
My voice is okay?
Yeah, it's all right. Do
Okay,
you
good
hear me?
evening.
Okay. Good evening.
How are you?
I'm good.
Great. Good evening, Ayud.
Good evening.
Put on your cameras.
One second.
Okay. Oh, my sister borrowed my camera, so I can't get on it.
Okay, that's okay. Not an issue.
Okay.
Acha, Vihan, I just wanted to say one thing that you had submitted your tenses classwork, right? Test.
Yeah.
You had mailed me, but the way you had written, I just couldn't check it. Okay.
Oh.
So please redo. Please type it and give it to me because in that one single sheet, I mean, it's all cramped. I couldn't even mark it. I couldn't even see it properly. And what was that LF and EF?
Hmm?
I know that was last Friday and every Friday.
All right.
Yes, but that was please check your work again, type it and do it.
All right.
If you cannot write it properly on a sheet of paper, then please type it because in that one sheet answering 30-40 questions, it has all got crammed. I mean, I just couldn't make out that which answer is where.
All right.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So, and yes, I did check your answer. They were, I mean, I did not submit it back to you, send it back to you, but yes, where are your letter and story writing?
I thought I sent them to you.
Please do that. Okay.
Okay.
And Vihan, you too,
All right.
resend them back because we
All
did
right.
those corrections last class, but that needs to be sent back to me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So please send them back. Mail me
All right.
again. And is yours finished, Ayuth? I'm sure we were doing that story. You did it in front of me, but later you said you will
Yeah,
write it.
take off. I didn't take off all the dialogue and everything yet.
So just finish it off. If it's done, send it to me. Okay. Today we're going to do something which is called speech. Any idea what is speech? Yes, Ayuth?
Uh,
What do you understand if I say the word speech? What do you understand by it?
like talking in front of a large group.
Yeah, correct. Talking in front of large group. Okay. So today I will be showing you a video. Okay, but before that, let's just 1 second. We'll just quickly brush through the presentation. Yeah. See the screen?
Not yet.
How to deliver a speech.
Okay. Now I see it.
So, what is a speech? A speech is the art of using words to share information with the audience verbally. Speech is always given verbally, right?
Yeah.
So, can you tell me? I mean, what are the three most important things required while you are delivering speech in front of the audience?
Personality.
Yes. Yes, Ayud.
Um, like not like stumbling, being prepared for it.
Okay. Anything else? While we deliver a speech in front of the audience, that is called public speaking, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So the three pillars of public speaking are number one is body language. which includes the facial expression, the eye contact, and the hand gesture. As
Right.
Vihan said, personality. Personality is the overall appearance of the person, right?
Yeah.
Yes. But if we just break that personality aspects down, we come down to body language, confidence, and voice. Now, what is body language? Body language is the usage of why, can you tell me why is facial expression important in public speaking?
Facial expressions are important because if you're is doing like a joyful speech with a sad face, people are thinking you're doing this against your will and be less interested.
Correct. Absolutely correct. So facial expressions include the expressions like happy, sad, excited, angry, or any of the expressions that you are talking about. So the way you talk comes up on your face. It is visual, it is visible on your face. Second, yes, Ayuth, can you tell me why is hand gesture important in public speaking?
Um, Hand gestures are important to be. Mm,
Have you observed public speakers?
yeah,
Yes. How does their hand works?
they keep moving their
They
hands
keep
and
moving. Why? To keep the audience engaged. Okay. And also to make some reactions with using their hands. Okay. And thirdly is the eye contact. Why is eye contact important, Ayuth?
eye contact is important to make sure like the person is talking to you and is focused on you.
Correct. Eye contact is important just to make sure that the person is talking to you. Yes. So that the
Yeah,
audience feel that they are connected to the speaker.
yeah. Or
Right?
to know, or to like tell that you're listening.
Yes. Like Vihan has put his camera off. I am not really very sure what is he doing behind.
I told you my sister borrowed my
I am
camera.
just giving an example, Vihan. I am not pointing out on you. I am just giving an example. Like suppose the way Vihan has put off his camera, if I do the same thing and if I start speaking, the audience may not be sure whether the speaker is saying it or not, or when the audience, or when the speaker is speaking, whether the audience is listening or not, right?
Yeah.
So that is why maintaining an eye contact is very, very important. See, speeches are various types. You have the ceremonial speeches, you have the demonstrative speeches, we have informative speeches. Then we have persuasive speeches, motivational speeches. Now let us understand them. What is a demonstrative speech? Demonstrative speech marks special occasions like weddings and funerals and graduations. It is personal with intimate emotion connection. Do you know what are wedding speeches called? There's another name for wedding speeches.
No.
Are you with any idea? It's called toast speech. You raise a toast, yes?
Okay.
Yes, in weddings and all, don't you raise a toast?
Uh,
Someone really close to the bride and the groom, they raise a toast and they just give
okay.
a brief speech, and that is called wedding speech. In fact, on funerals, the speech that we deliver also has a name. That is called eulogy. EULOGY. Okay, that's called eulogy speech. When you deliver a speech on someone's and someone passed away, on someone's demise, when you give a speech regarding that person, how that person has lived his life or how that person stayed connected to you, that speech is also a funeral or an eulogy speech.
Okay.
And then graduation speech, as the name suggests, when you pass out from a school or when you graduate from a school or a high school or a college. That is called graduation speeches. There again, you deliver, say that how your journey was in that particular school or college. Then comes your demonstrative speech. So it describes actions and performs those actions while speaking. So that means when I need to demonstrate something, when I need to show someone something, and I need to tell them about it, that is called demonstrative speech. We leave the audience with the knowledge about how to do something. Like suppose if I demonstrate how you watch YouTube videos. When someone demonstrates you how to cook something, okay, there when a speech is delivered, that is called a demonstrative speech. Yeah, right, Ayud? Are you understanding? Yes, okay. Then comes up your informative speech. Informative speech is again a speech where we tend to give information on a particular subject or a topic. That means the speaker is trying to explain a concept to the audience. The college lectures, industry conferences, public officials, they all share information. Like your teacher, she gives you information, she teaches you, right, in the class. So that is an informative speech. Then what does the word persuasive means, Ayub?
Persuasive is like trying to persuade or like trying to change somebody's mind about something, trying to like if they think this happened, like a judge will try to persuade like somebody that.
Okay, Vihan, what is persuasion or persuasive speech according to you?
Trying to convince someone.
Yes, where you try to convince someone on a particular matter. Okay, so that kind of speech that you write, of course, when you try to change someone's mind or ideas also, definitely you can do so when someone is convinced, right? If I am not convinced about what you are talking, I will definitely not change my mind. So that speech is called persuasive speech. It requires practicing voice inflections, nuances of language that will convince the audience members of a certain viewpoint. Like he said, yes, the politicians, lawyers, clergymen. The speech that they deliver. And then last is your motivational speech. As the name suggests, it keeps us motivated to move ahead, to go ahead. It's highly emotional. It is used to arouse, encourage, or stimulate an audience. It's like, this speech is actually delivered, say, by whom? Can you give an example? Yes?
Like a leader of some sort.
Yes, okay. Vihan?
A motivation, maybe a therapist, maybe.
See, this speech can be delivered by anybody. Okay. Because it is just used to uplift our thought process.
Okay.
Okay. So this speech can actually be delivered by anyone. Like the topics could be career development or better health. So it's not that for a better health only a doctor would deliver a speech. No. Yes, doctors can deliver a speech on better health. Then a literacy speech, literate speech that we call adult literacy rate. For that, if we deliver a speech, that is again to keep people motivated regarding the education level of a particular country. Right? Now, how do we identify the type of speech? Let's see this. Read, Ayud.
Let's say there's a public speaker called John Doe, who happens to be an avid anti-smoking activist. His purpose in life is to get as many smokers in the world to quit as fast and as efficiently as possible.
What is that? Okay, what kind of speech is this? Is it a persuasive, motivational, Ceremonial, demonstrative, or informative speech.
Can I say
Yeah.
persuasive?
Okay. Yes, now yours. What is this? So, let's also say that John has a habit breaking formula to make sure smokers would never have to pick up a cigarette again. So, read this, Vihan.
It would be a good idea for me to talk about the bright futures that lie ahead for graduates. It wouldn't hurt to talk about how parents and guardians could support the graduates either.
What kind of speech is this?
Maybe it would be no.
It
Wait,
can
can
be
you go back?
motivational speech, okay?
Oh yeah.
Because one is trying to motivate someone for a brighter future,
All right.
okay? So that they pick up studies ahead and forge ahead. Education, both in high school and college, was always emphasized individual achievement, and it is a good thing because without a healthy amount of competition, there could be no progress. Now, this there is light at the end of the tunnel. One can't stop in between or step back. We all need to move forward in life. Nobody knows, I think, what difficulties we may face or what difficulties faces. Is some typing error. Okay. Now tell me, what kind of speech portion could it be?
Motivational speech?
Which one?
Motivational speech?
Motivational. Okay, let me. One sec. See, speech skills. So, just read this, Ayod.
Public speaking is the art of using words to share information with an audience. It includes speaking to audiences of any size, from a handful of seminar participants to millions of people watching on television. Mastering public speaking requires first differentiating
Differentiating.
between four of the primary types of public speaking. So ceremonial, demonstrative, informative, and persuasive.
So let's do that. Ceremonial. Behind read.
Ceremonial speech. Most people will give some sort of ceremonial speech during their lifetime. These speeches mark special occasions. They're common at weddings, graduations, and funerals, as well as large birthday celebrations and office holiday parties. Ceremonial speaking typically involves a toast and is personal with an imitate, in,
Intimate.
intimate emotional connection to keep people hearing it.
Demonstrative. Ayod read.
Science demonstrations and role-playing are types of demonstrative speaking. This type of public speaking requires being able to speak clearly and concisely, to describe actions, and to perform those actions while speaking. A demonstrative speaker may explain the process behind generating power while cycling to power a toaster, for example. The idea behind demonstrative speaking is that the audience members leave with the knowledge about how to do something.
Then comes informative. Behind read.
With informative speaking, the speaker is trying simply to explain the concept to audience members. College lecture courses involve informative speaking as do industry conferences and public officials sharing vital information. In this type of speaking, the information is what is important. The speaker is not trying to get others to agree with him or show them how to do something for themselves. Rather, he is disseminating vital information.
So informative is you only give information.
Yes.
Rest you don't do anything. Okay. You're not being charged for either not persuading someone or demonstrating someone or doing something. No. It's just that you give information or leave the audience with some amount of knowledge that you are sharing with them. Next is your persuasive speech. So a persuasive speaking tends to be the most glitzy. Politicians, lawyers, and clergy members use persuasive speaking. This type of speaking requires practicing voice inflections and nuances of language that will convince the audience members of a certain viewpoint. The persuasive speaker has a stake in the outcome of the speech. Politicians, for instance, may want votes or groundswell of support for a pet project, while lawyers are trying to convince a jury of their position, and the clergy members are trying to win over others over to their faith. So the persuasive speakers use emotional appeals and strong language in speeches. Why? So that the person who is listening to you gets convinced by your thought process. Have you seen courtroom?
Yeah.
How a lawyer tries to win over his case?
Yeah.
I mean the inputs and the outputs that he provides,
Yeah.
so that his party wins it, right? So that his
Yeah.
person, I mean the person for whom he is fighting the case wins he gets the decision in his favor. That is a persuasive speech. How the politicians, they want votes or they want people to follow them. So how they try to convince the local people, right? Or the masses, so that they
Yeah.
win over the elections and they come up as the new form of government. Now, the motivational speeches are highly emotional and given in all types of settings. Speakers seek to arouse, encourage, and stimulate the audience to enrich their personal or professional lives. Like if I need to motivate someone, I will talk about how my life had been, right? The journey, the struggle that I had gone through, so that one gets motivated and start working ahead. Corporations often hire motivational speakers to motivate employees to work harder. There are few such motivational speakers that I've seen on YouTube videos. There are a lot of motivational speakers. Have you seen anybody
No.
giving motivational speech? In
No.
India, there's someone called Sandeep Maheshwari. He's very famous. He's a motivational speaker. Then there's another called Anubhav Agarwal. Okay, he's even a motivational speaker. They talk about life and philosophy. Okay, so corporations often hire motivational speakers to motivate the employees to work harder, sell more, or perhaps to take greater pride in their employers and job. They provide steps for the audience to achieve a certain goal, such as career development or better health, as well as examples of how to achieve these goals. So let us try. This is an example. Yes, that speech was persuasive. That about the John Doe, who happens to be an ant. Okay, this was another speech. Let us also say that John has a habit breaking formula to make sure that the smokers would never pick up cigarettes again. So this was just an information.
May I use the restroom, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
And then this was ceremonial example. It would be good idea for me to talk about the bright future that lie ahead for the graduates. Yes. This was since they spoke about graduation. So that was a ceremonial speech. Then education in high school and college is emphasized on individuals' achievement. They encourage, because without a healthy competition, there would be no progress. This is demonstrative speech. And then last, as said, it's motivational speech. Okay? Clear, Ayud? Yes? Okay. Just give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. Okay? Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Ayod, are you there? Ayod? See, I'll be sharing a speech with you. Okay. Just watch the video.
Okay.
Tell me if you could hear the volume.
You have the power to uplift a person's
I can
mood,
hear.
brighten their day, and even change their attitude towards life. Guess what? The power you hold is absolutely free and it's also a great first impression. Have you ever wondered what that could be? Good morning, everyone. It was on March 11th when the whole world rejoiced and I cried. Ironic, right? Life chose its way of welcoming my existence with tears. I cried like any newborn would do. My loving parents, Ashok Khandelwal and Jashoda Khandelwal, well, they cried too. They cried tears of love, affection, and heartily welcomed me into their lives. My family pandit was given the task of naming me. One look at me, he broke into a smile. अनोखी है इसकी मुस्कुराहट हमेशा खुशियां बांटेगी. When translated in English, it means her smile is her uniqueness. She will continue to spread joy. My parents instantly knew I was born to conquer and I was distinguished. With cheerfulness on their face and joy in their hearts, they named me Ankita. I had already gained all the attention, love, and care which my elder sibling was enjoying before me. But that joy lasted only for a little while until my parents introduced me to a strange creature, my younger brother. Sandwich between two brothers has added a different flavor to my life. My elder brother, Sanjay Khandelwal, is a source of inspiration to me, and my younger brother, Hitesh Khandelwal, is a source of constant support. I'm blessed to be born in an artistic family. My father would take up singing, my brothers would take up drums and guitar, and I would take up a little bit of everything. Wondering what my mama would do? Well, Mama preferred being part of an audience, supporting and cheering us. But Mommy is a beautiful folk dancer. It's quite natural that I have inherited her genes. Having said this, I have a confession to make. Since the age of 6, I have been in a very serious relationship and I'm still committed. My companion, my love interest for 20 long years. Dance. Dance has shaped me, molded me, and is my true state of tranquility. Metaphorically, it's like calm in the storm. I studied in a co-ed education school, Tagore Memorial English High School, until my 10th grade. I was an average student, but always found interest in extracurricular activities like singing, playing with colors, crafts, making best out of waste, and whatnot. I then completed 2 years of my pre-university from a girls' college, Mount Carmel. Having studied in co-ed school for 10 long years and making a shift to all girls college was a cultural shock in itself. But I somehow managed because of my amazing girlfriends and college fest. We bunked classes and have also given proxies during attendance because, after all, why should boys have all the fun? I completed my bachelor's degree in commerce from Christ University, fortunately, a co-ed education. The journey here has been one of the most beautiful chapters of my life. I made some amazing lifetime friends, pursued my passion for dancing, and made lifelong memories. Right after my first year of college, I got an opportunity to intern with Bosco Yogodaya. It's an NGO which works towards saving little lives from the clutches of child labor. This marked my journey in the social sector as Gandhi Fellow in Mumbai. Stepping out of home for the first time for 2 years and working with different stakeholders has changed my perspectives to view things. It was for the first time in life I felt content with career choice I made. For being fortunate to have received the best education, an opportunity to dream big, and above all, to do my bit to contribute for the betterment of the society. Presently, I'm working as a program coordinator with a social enterprise. Here, my colleagues lovingly have named me as KBH. Kitna bolti hai. It basically means if there was nobody to show me the watch, I would continue to speak until I'm told to stop. While I try to give my best at the task assigned to me, I have faced challenges with my communication. That's the reason I've been part of various communities where I try to improve my communication. For example, Daffodils Toastmasters Club, where people like you all openly welcome me with an open heart. Dear all, at various stages of my life, at the time of birth, at college, or at my workplace, people have told me, Ankita, you have such positive vibe. It feels great being around you. Keep smiling because that gives a lot of strength to many others out there during not so good times. It then dawned upon me that life at various stages has taken me through mixed emotions. Emotions of happiness, cheerfulness, joy, contentment, and tranquility. The common denominator of all these emotions is one, and that is smile. I realized I had the power to uplift a person's mood, brighten their day, and also change their attitude towards life. And guess what? You have the same power too. And again, it's smile. A smile can make a great first impression, but my life has taught me a smile has the power to leave a lasting impression. So don't just create a first impression when you can create a lasting impression. So when I count to three, I want you all to smile. Three, two, one. And there I see. You have surely created a lasting impression in my life. Thank you.
How was it?
Good.
Great. Yes, Ayod? So now, can you both write a speech like this? Did you observe? In fact, let's talk, not writing, let's talk about the body language, confidence, and voice. How was it?
Happy and cheerful.
Happy and cheerful, correct?
Yeah.
And
She seemed really confident with her speech and everything.
yes, yes, just be a bit loud, Ayod.
She seemed really like confident in her speech, and she was like, I need, and she was like, now you know, there to smile in 3, 2, 1. So
Yes, of course. She
interacting with
was
you all.
confident, she was smiling, and then didn't she uplift your mood while talking? Didn't you feel like hearing her again and again? Yes? So, yes, of course.
Yeah.
So, did you observe her hand gesture? I mean,
Yeah.
she could just use those hands, just two hands to actually make you understand few things, right?
Yes.
Yes? I mean, little bit, that smile and the facial expression, the tears and everything she came up with, right? So, yes, and of course, she was continuously making an eye contact with us only. We never understood that she was not looking at us. It was as if she was sitting in front of us and talking to us, right? And she was giving, like we were the audience and she was delivering the speech. And yes, so her expressions also kept changing from time to time. Yes? And of course, the
Yes.
voice modulation. I mean, the way she spoke, the way she delivered the speech, she was like sometimes a little low, sometimes high, sometimes soft. Yes? So we could see the pauses, we could see how she modulated her voice and how she actually emphasized on few points that she had to speak about or let us know about. Okay? So now, can you write the same, I mean, not the same speech, a similar speech or a speech on your life history? I mean, on your journey of life? Yes, Vihan and Ayodh, you
Okay.
can try. Yes, Ayodh, I would really want both of you to start it now.
Uh,
You know, the speech that she delivered could also be like a personal narrative because she spoke all about herself, right? So it was like she informed you, she told you about her journey of life. So let's start writing, okay?
so so we like write like a motivational speech.
Yes. Sorry, Ayuth, tell me, you were saying something.
So like basically we write a motivational speech like hers.
You can. See, she described her journey of life. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So you can write about that, your journey. You know, I have the same speech written down also.
I'm confused on like how to start off my speech.
Pardon, I just couldn't hear you clearly, Ayuth.
I'm a bit confused on how I could start my speech.
How you can start your speech. Like she started with a phrase. Okay. You can start, just say something about something interesting about you that had happened. Do you want me to share the copy of that screen? I mean, that speech?
Sure.
Just give me 1 second, okay?
So I just write a speech like hers, right?
Yes, you can write a speech just like hers. If you want, I can show you a copy of it. See, this is her speech. What she spoke is all written here. It's like you have the power to uplift a person's mood, brighten their day, and even change their attitude towards life. Guess what? The power you hold is absolutely free, and it's also a great first impression. Have you ever wondered what could it be? Then good evening, she started with. Okay? It's like you can just write about yourself in whichever manner you want. Are you able to write?
Yeah, a bit.
Okay. Ayod?
Yeah, I wrote a little bit.
Okay. What I feel is I think you should do it as your homework, right?
Okay,
You
when's it
should
due?
go. Huh?
When's it due?
Wednesday?
Okay.
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 We'll just discuss it in the class only. Okay?
All right.
Yes. Ayud, is that okay?
Yep.
Chalo. Let's
Okay.
end the session here.
All right.
Okay? Chalo. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Take care. Yes, Ayud, you want to say something?
No, I said bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All
And
right. See
please
ya.
submit your work, please. Okay? And
Okay.
Vihan, you redo it.
All right. Wait, can you
Yes.
send the questions on class on the
No, I'll tell
class?
you, listen, there's no need for me to send the questions. Whatever you have written it on that sheet of paper, please type it and send it to me.
All right.
Okay? Just
All right.
instead of LF and EF, make it last Friday and every Friday.
All right.
Okay? Chalo.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.